Ask you this,
What is the most bullish thing you can think of right now?
Well, I like the fact that there are some names that I think there are some businesses that are too good for the price that they're trading at the moment. And I would prefer that the market get a little bit more beaten up so you can, swing through and hoover up some of those better names. Whenever there's like weakness in the market like this, I think it's a great opportunity to upgrade the portfolio, buy some better quality at lower prices.
My most bullish thing is looking longer term and saying that humans and ingenuity and technology is going to help us have a better tomorrow. And that if anything, we probably needed a little bit of some hard times to increase our character and be a better version of ourselves.
Hard times make strong men. 2003 until 2007, buying a whole lot of really cringy tech that this is what I've said this a few times, but this is kind of like, this is what I think happens. Like tech becomes violently uncool. It's in some ways, the financial markets are like, fashion. Like if you have the wrong colored jeans on, like you buy a pair of jeans, 3 or 4 years later, you walk outside, it's like they're fluorescent yellow or something. Like the color of the dye has just changed so much that they just look terrible. And the cut looks terrible relative. And I think that happens to stocks as well. Like these tech stocks that everybody fell in love with, like the other side of that love is this hatred for them. They just become incredibly cringy. And I think that's a good opportunity to go and pick that sort of stuff up. So I didn't,
but there's no way we're there yet. I mean, you look at like flows into ARK.
Yeah, still positive.
They had 850 million come in over the last month.
People have been conditioned to buy the drip.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
everything
wild.
Rockets back up the second it's like the golf ball off the cart path, right?
But it hasn't. I mean, it hasn't bounced. I don't know where ARK is today, but it was still off pretty significantly this year after being off pretty significantly last year, particularly from the peak last year.
Well, it's down to pre-COVID highs. It's not a full round trip.
It's kind of interesting, isn't it? A lot of stocks have done that. Yeah. A lot of those techie stocks have done that. It's like the 2 years didn't exist. And I got to say, I don't mind. Like we can scrub those 2 years off the record books. I don't care.
Warren B once again getting the last laugh.
Who could have ever expected it? I thought the world had passed him by for sure this time.
It turns out he's the world's greatest tech investor too. I do love that.